Broncos. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the BYU Cougars. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Boise State's offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Makes the catch. It's weird. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. The Broncos are on the move. They just keep firing. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Pressure coming. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your 2nd drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down can be.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most, and with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to have a challenge trying to stop this passing attack. One of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. But after swatting that ball away here early in the game, that should help their confidence out a lot.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And we're even here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The give on the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll go to the sneak. Got enough for the first down and wants more.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. Nice decision there by the quarterback.
Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. They're trailing by 10 to Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Got a man in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Let's go. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Kruger. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. With the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing to run the football right up the gut.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And the Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, BYU! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Gets the back moving. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Anderson.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got his man across the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Working that left side now. Finds a crease at the 20. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Broncos didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Got the 1st down and more. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Touchdown, Broncos! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Picked off. Got some room to run. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hussein. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Heaves it deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Boise State.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in the second half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the first drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 4 over Toledo. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Offense in a split backfield. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. He'll set up to throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw, fighting off the defender.
And this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years, the big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up that he finally gets to touch the football.
The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now they'll run it on the toss. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner will be brought down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll try the left side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped them for.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third reception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding. The football, he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
BYU.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good to decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
It'll be third and long. He's got the tight end. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeyer. Pulls it in, it's Kruger. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 4 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 35, he's got room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Running into the open space. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Crispin. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Fires to the tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Gonna look downfield again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Spits it out to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. BYU lines up quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Snags it over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Toss to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
2nd Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to...
Converts on fourth down. Still going. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
Number 36.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch.
31, Boise State, 30.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Second down.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Grabs it in the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to go up top. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
After that incompletion, you really got to think about this if you're the offensive coordinator. Now, you're already in field goal position. You're already in a spot where you can kick a field goal and just win this game. So with the play calling, you want to think about running the ball, bleeding the clock, using timeouts. If you are going to throw it, they've got to be
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Splits the uprights. Good. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and win. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.